Hi there, Legal Tech fans. So it is Rob. I'm here for another episode of Legal Tech 101. This week we've changed things up again. It is our first ever interview, so super exciting. We spoke to the wonderful and engaging Lisa Lang around diversity, the importance of driving our outside counsel to support this program, and of course our children, who I am sending off to coding camp so I can retire early. I hope you enjoy, and we'll see you on the other side. What I wanted to talk about today primarily is, so what we try and do is we keep it short, we keep it sweet, and we talk about one question. And the main thing I thought would be interesting for us to talk about is supporting women in law, because I am a husband and I have two girls. And so, well, they are 4 and 2 at the moment. And so they're not quite at the level of choosing a career path, but it's good to know that there's people out there like yourself who are championing this process. And so I was keen to get a bit more of an understanding of what you do in that area and where you see kind of women in legal going in the future.
It is a pretty big initiative that we are undertaking at Kentucky State University. And for us, it is a broader area of discussion. It's also minorities and women of color. Mm-hmm. And so just a little bit of background about Kentucky State University. Kentucky State University is an HBCU, which is a historically Black college and university. And so diversity and inclusion has always been a reoccurring theme on our campus. And doing what we can do to help provide access. So it's not that there aren't women and women of color out there who have talent. It's a lot to do with access. And so part of what we're doing is we have signed up for something called the Mansfield Rule through Diversity Labs. And Diversity Lab is a nonprofit that they have recruited law firms and law departments to commit to doing certain things to help assist women and minorities to obtain more visibility. So, for example, for outside counsel, part of what I have to do to become Mansfield certified is that I have to show that I have made certain efforts to obtain representation for my university from a law firm that meets certain requirements as far as their composition with diversity. I've also reached out to my outside counsel and I've asked them to consider joining in and getting Mansfield certified themselves. We are good in terms of diversity, I think, but we're working on outside counsel. I'm also working on getting a summer associate clerk to work in the summer who is a woman or is a minority.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, and then the other thing that I've done is we're doing what we call 3+3 agreements with our universities that have law schools.
Okay.
And so we're trying to create a pipeline so that they can, and a 3+3 agreement is they come to us for 3 years, then on their 4th year for their bachelor's degree, they go to the law school, and their 1st year of law school will be the last year of their bachelor's degree and the 1st year of their law degree.
Makes sense. So do you think that universities or business entities need to be the drive of change to support this process and getting your outside counsel to adopt this? Do you think that's the biggest challenges you face?
Yes, absolutely. We're at a moment in time where people understand that there are people like with white privilege or even male privilege. Sure. You have access, you have connections, networks that help you and sponsor you and pull you through the system. And women and minorities, I think in the US and UK lack that. And so what we're trying to do is create systems that are more fair. All the things that are going on with women and minorities right now, they recognize the fact that we need to have change, but what is it that we need to do to change? think, and what I think businesses need to recognize is the fact that it's the way you're describing your job description, it's how you're posting it, it's who you're selecting to come in for an interview, and then it's how you evaluate the person that comes in for the interview, because I think it's human nature for you to hire people that look like you and people who interact all the time. That's an unconscious bias I think we all have. You just need to really take a long, hard look at what you're doing and why it is you are not attracting a diverse population to apply for your jobs. And it may be about you and not about them.
Well, of course, there's great value in that as well, yeah? By having people from different backgrounds and cultures gives a more rounded business and outlet on legal, yeah? So it's an important thing to think about.
Yeah, and it's funny too, in my office, you know, we're lawyers and we're used to arguing and fighting, but I do see that, well, it's not fighting. We have some very passionate discussions in my office, and I do think we are kind of funny to the rest of the university when they see us, because we get along really, really well. But not only are we diverse in terms of our ethnic background, but also our age. I come from insurance defense.
Okay.
My family comes from plaintiff work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. The way we approach cases are day and night, and we will argue about a strategy. But at the end of the day, what I will tell you is that I think our strategy is wonderful, because you've got two people who have come from different perspectives to look at the case. Mm-hmm. And strategy we come up with, I think, is better, because I'm older, she's younger, she's been plaintiff work, I've been defense work, she's Asian, I'm white. I think all of these things are the things that make our office work so well.
Yeah, tech's a classic one, isn't it? It's always blokes doing technology, and there's like a huge drive to get women to technology. And I'm a huge believer as well that when my girls are old enough, they're going to coding school, because they can pretty much write their salary check when they come out of it, because there's no diversity in that area. So I'm going to retire early, so it's going to be fine.
Yeah, and you know, and the thing I would say too about coding school, they say the same thing about law school. It teaches you how to think. Mm-hmm. And so even if they decide they want to do something else and not do software design or whatever, that background and that knowledge and ability to think is a great jumping off spot for so many other things.
Yeah, but no, have a lovely day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.